104.1 KRBE.
Did you know the 3-digit extension is a... All right, let's hit it.
Now time for Roula and Ryan's prank call.
Okay, so here's what you're going to do. Go to krbe.com/prank call requests. So it's okay, we'll get with you, and he will find out who you want to mess with, and then he'll turn on the voices, whichever voices he finds right. Now, is this something that you chose to do on your own? Because I know you love estate sales. You and Booster go all the time.
Yes, and this particular company, A&S Estate Sales, is one of our favorites. The lady who runs it, her name is Nancy, and her daughter reached out, and she said she wanted to prank her mom, and we were talking, but she said there's one issue.
She's been listening to y'all for like 20 years. I don't know if she would like hedge on or not.
Girl, I got this. I only get busted like 50% of the time.
Only 50.
But tell us what's going on.
She owns a estate sale company, and I just thought it would be so funny to like say, you know, let's sell somebody's stuff while they're out of town, or so-and-so cheated, just however you want to go about it, just to mess with her. She's been listening to y'all for like 20 years. She loves y'all.
What's her name?
Nancy.
Erica, thank you so much for taking my call this morning.
I appreciate it. I've been wanting you to do this for so long.
Okay, so it's typically you have to be deceased to have an estate sale, right?
I learned that because I had an estate sale, and I'm not deceased. And I asked the company that I use. Shout out to you, Luke. He said no. People think it's always somebody died, but a lot of people are downsizing. A lot of people just are moving and they don't want to take it with them. He said it's way smaller percentage than you think that it's the deceased that's having an estate sale.
Not everyone at a certain age can stay in their home. They may not have passed, but they may need to move on to an assisted living situation.
Oh, I gotcha.
So they can part with the rest of their
and they
things.
can make some money.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if that makes you feel uncomfortable, I'm okay with that. There's too many people that go to estate sales anyway. So
No.
Kevin wants the competition
for days
thinned out.
down the street at mine. I'm like, what the heck?
like, dang it, I didn't get here at 8 a.m.
I know.
Oh, God,
Where's
they
that
are the
barbecue
best.
grill?
Ahmad, that's where you're going to get your grill. All right, so let's give old Nancy a call here and let her know about my proposed estate sale that I want to have in my home here on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Estate sale?
Good morning, ma'am. I'm calling in regards to having an estate sale.
Yes, ma'am. How can I help you?
It's in Jersey Village, not New Jersey, not the state.
Yes, ma'am.
It's I don't know if you've ever been there. It's a community of wonderful people, lots of divorcees and philanderers and such. And I wanted to have a estate sale up here.
Okay. Is this your home?
Yes, ma'am, it is. I have a lot of menswear. And he's a little chunky.
Oh, that's okay. And
It most of it, ma'am, it belongs to my soon-to-be deceased husband. He ain't dead yet, but you know, between us gals, his days are numbered. He's a real curmudgeon, you know. So I've decided to sell his stuff.
so, and you're saying they're and what kind of figurines are they? I'm sorry.
No, ma'am, not figurines. A lot of menswear. I'm selling all my husband's stuff. I've decided to smother him in his sleep, and I wanted to see if we could offload some of his stuff so I can pay the rest of my bills and such and pay off the house.
Sure, I understand.
Yeah.
And would you currently live in the home?
Well, I can be gone while y'all are there. He's an avid collector of turn-of-the-century boudoir.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
I don't know if you know what that is. Some people call it pilgrim porn. It's just old-timey photos of the ladies' legs and such. And it's very tasteful. I know, it's tasteful. It's one of them's of me, but don't tell no one. You know, that was the 40s. The grandkids really get a kick out of it.
It sounds like it.
Yes.
Okay. We don't conduct estate sales with anybody living in the home with their personal items.
Okay, I could sell everything. I also have a stuffed monkey that my friend Ryan, he ran down this monkey in front of Numbers in the 70s, and we stuffed it.
70s.
Ma'am, you're tickled.
Character.
I know. Have you ever been to Numbers?
No.
Oh, it's filthy. It's absolutely filthy. And I love it. I love it. I love it. So after I smother him in his sleep, I'll give you a call and see if we can offload some of this stuff.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, well.
What a great day.
Wait. One more thing. I just want to send you some love from the individual who gave me your phone number so I could start this estate sale. Do you know an Erica?
Yes, I do.
Erica, yeah, Erica's also filthy like that little devil Special K.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Special K, you are so bad.
That's awesome.
Wet my pants. I mean, I love you. Thank you, Special K.
Oh, my
Special
goodness.
K. Thank me.
Do you have a message for your daughter who set you up?
Erica, you're going to get it when I see you.
Okay, can you say Special K pranked me on the Roula and Ryan show?
Special K, prank me on the Roula and Ryan show.
That was
hilarious. I'm going to smother my husband.
Smother him in his sleep and now sell his things.
Decided to smother him.
Oh my God. That is hilarious.
She was so kind to me. Thank you so much, Nancy. A&S Estate Sales. That's ANSEstatesales.com.
Now, when you first said that about chunky clothes or something, remember she thought you'd said figurines? That's why she kind of laughed like, what? Like, you have chunky man figurines? And then she goes, what kind of figurines? You go, oh, no, it's clothes. So she was so funny.
A picture
Nancy,
of your legs from the 40s.
Yeah.
It's pilgrim porn.
Pilgrim porn.
Oh my gosh. Okay, go to krve.com/prank call requests and you can get on a prank call with Special K. And every now and again, we get lucky when the prank calls come to him because the phone rings every day, all day with telemarketers and people from overseas who are acting like they're here trying to buy your house and all that stuff.
Yeah,
So
we might do one on Friday, a telemarketer turnaround.
Oh,
I
I
have a fun
those.
one I recorded the other day.
That's good.
They're
Okay.
getting worse and worse. I mean, I'm just getting those. And they're getting clever because it used to be, I'd say, potential spam, but now
No, they
it's like
don't.
they're circumventing that
The
somehow.
only thing is if there's a delay on when they pick up or if it goes bloop,
Yeah.
You know,
oh,
that's
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
bloop,
Yeah.
then you know it's connecting to somewhere in
Right.
Central Asia.
Right.
Oh, my God.
Right. And they're going to
Middle of
try to
the
ask about
night.
your Medicare or the house you want to sell
Right.
or whatever it is.
Hello, this is Steve. No, it is not.
It is not,
It
Steve.
is not, Steve. You're lying.
KRVE.com is where you're going to go for many things to be on our show, including what's coming up next, which is closure. If somebody has ran out on you, you can't get a hold of them. They blocked you on social. You can't find them. Closure is what you're looking for, and that's what we're going to try and get
Yeah,
you.
Eric is, he's kind of whispered in our ear. He's like, this gentleman is a little different. That's all he's
What does that
saying.
mean?
He said, this guy is a little bit different, and I think we might get our answer as to why he was ghosted when we hear him.
Well, that makes me sad. I guess we'll have to wait
Okay.
and find out.
I guess so.
Next on the Roula and Ryan Show. All right, real quick, I want
They
to
were in your life,
say
and then they're gone.
a particular shout out to my own kids because mommies never drive them to school, but they sing this song at night when they're like, "Mommy, did you do closure time?"
Have you ever played them the real song?
I think it was
Closing
on
time?
one time, and I said, "Guys, this is the closure song we do. It's a
Like,
real
that's
song
good.
they used to play. So it's good." But I want to give a shout out to my kiddos, Alex, Roula, Lenny, Matthew, Jamaica. Have a great day at school today. Good luck on your tests and whatever you're doing because mommy's not there to take you to school, but I'll be there to pick you up, baby. I love you. All right. Closure is krbe.com. That's where you're going to get in contact with Eric, and he is going to figure out why this person has disappeared from your life.
Try my best. Takes a long time sometimes.
There's one you've been working on forever. I think you should just throw in the towel. You're being a little
After
stubborn at
6
this
months?
point. I think it's not going to work. This person's not going to.
Some people are off the grid.
I mean, this person just he keeps trying to massage it. Like, you sure you don't want to? You sure you don't want to tell us what happened?
Nope.
So Dale has reached out and wants closure from the Roula and Ryan Show or from somebody on the Roula and Ryan Show. Let's get the story now. Good morning, Dale.
Hi, good morning.
Hey, Dale.
Hey, Dale. You sound like you're in a good mood, but you're certainly seeking closure from somebody.
I was trying to figure out what was going on with this situation with Charisse. I really like her, and I want things to go well.
Are you crying or are you stoned?
I know. I was a little wondering the same.
I was just trying to make sense of this weird situation. You know when you like a girl and you go on a date and then you don't hear back. That's sort of what's going on.
Remind me of David Arquette.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know.
Well, if she ghosted you, I think we've already got her answer.
Well, yeah, maybe. If you talk to her like this throughout the date, maybe that is it.
I know. I'm much more suave than. I promise. I'm at my wit's end here.
All right, so take us through what happened. Did you go on multiple dates? One date? What happened?
No, we went on one date, and she made the first move.
And how much texting or app conversation is there before you saw each other in real life?
A lot. But then we talked on the phone for like an hour and a half. I felt like the chemistry was really good. You know, I asked her out, and we ended up on this really wonderful date at a local restaurant near me. And
A local restaurant near you.
What restaurant?
Like a news reporter.
You're being very generous.
A local restaurant.
You can tell us what kind it
Yeah,
was.
we don't care. What kind of
or
food was
what
it?
Yeah, just tell us what kind of food y'all went to.
it was Thai.
You guys agree to meet at the Thai restaurant. Did she meet you there, or did y'all meet somewhere else first and then go to the Thai restaurant together?
No, I actually picked her up.
You picked her
All
up.
right.
Wow.
All right. Take us through this dinner. Like, clearly something must have went wrong if she's ghosting.
Yeah, the dinner was amazing. It was pizza, pasta, salad.
Pizza, pasta, and salad
Wait,
at a Thai
You
restaurant?
said you were at a Thai restaurant.
Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of a date with a different girl.
Oh my God, you are out of
Oh,
your
my
mind.
God.
Dale, you definitely are on something. What is up with you?
Like a wake and bake.
It was Pad to you. I remember that.
Did you guys like have a kiss? How did the date end? Did you make out anything or just left it like?
We didn't make out. I invited her back to my place. She said yes. She came up. You know, I didn't have any expectations, and she kissed me on the cheek.
But if you
and-
drove her, did she leave in a huff and an Uber out, or did you take her home?
Yeah, she Ubered home.
How long ago was this?
That was like 2 weeks ago, and she told me, see you later this week, and that didn't happen.
All right, well, Charisse is here. She's heard what's happened. Let's get her side of the story, and we thank her for being here. Hi, Charisse. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hey, Charisse, you heard all that. Mr. Wake and Bake here. What was that date really like?
Okay, well, he was dressed all right, but I mean, my overall impression was I was kind of distracted when we were at dinner because he had like this white film stuff in the corners of his mouth.
Did you say white foam?
Yeah, you know, that white.
Spittle?
Like, yeah, like on your
Yeah.
mouth? Ew, ew.
Yeah, you just want to like grab a napkin and wipe it.
But if he had that,
Why'd you go back to his place?
that's what I was wondering.
Well, you know, I got to give him the benefit of the doubt. I mean, that's not a good reason to like kick someone to the curb.
Just spittle? I mean, you could have told me to wipe my mouth.
Well, let me just also say that he fibbed a little bit about his height. Because let me tell you, he told me he was 6 foot, and I'm 5'8", and I was totally towering over him.
Uh-oh. Did you lie about your height?
I may have fibbed a little bit about my height. That's why you ghosted me?
But even that, you would have known he's shorter than you at the dinner date. You still went to his place.
That is true. So we go back to his place, and this is what did it. He has a puppet collection. They're like old and creepy, and he had them in his living room, and there were a lot of them.
Oh, my God.
Like how many? How many's a lot?
This is weird, dude.
Like 6?
A lot, like 20.
Wow.
You got like 20
So
puppets?
you collect puppets?
I'm a collector. They're vintage. You know, they're cool.
But where are they? They're just laying around the living room or what?
They're on my mantelpiece.
Did you ever play with them?
I have, but I tried not to mess with them too much because I don't want them to get damaged.
Yeah, are you a puppeteer,
A
dude?
ventriloquist or whatever? Can you do that?
I did that a lot when I was a little kid. I don't know.
Now, how old are you, Dale?
29.
Okay.
And you've got
So
20
you have lots
puppets.
of puppets that are creepy in her opinion, and they're older. Do they have like porcelain faces, or are they fabric?
They're porcelain.
Oh wow, that is that is a trigger
I'm
for a lot of
surprised
people. Porcelain
you didn't
dolls.
just go running right out the door when
Yes.
you saw that.
And
Yes.
that famous, what's that famous one that has like a bow tie or something?
That, okay, in the
Charlie
movie Toy-
McCarthy?
Wait,
Yeah,
hold on.
Charlie McCarthy.
Charisse, did you ever see Toy Story 4? That kind of puppets in that, Eric.
Yeah, the one that you already talked about being
Oh my
scary.
God, Toy Story 4. I took my kids to the theater to see that, Charisse, and I was so disturbed by that puppet it because he's like walking around with the bassinet. He's all creepy, like that kind of puppet.
Yeah, pretty much. It gave me that kind of vibe, And in real life, let me tell you, those kind of puppets are also creepy in real life, and especially when you aren't expecting to walk up on them. I just thought, I just kind of wanted out.
Yeah,
she's fearful for her life.
I hear you. And like I said, I thank you for even being on the show to tell us this because obviously it's like a little safe little space.
What made you want to do that?
On the phone, you're not in person.
What made you want to come on the show to tell him?
I just felt like a little bit better, like not doing it by myself, not telling him by myself. You know what I mean?
Oh, so we were your support system.
Yeah, and like hopefully I'm not the only one here that thinks everything's off in this situation.
No, that sounds really weird.
How about you, Dale? What do you think about this?
The puppets are already on eBay.
So you're getting rid of your puppets.
If people don't like them that much,
I don't believe that.
I don't know.
You don't need to change the puppet thing because maybe you'll find someone who likes it. But Charisse is not here to try and we're not here to try and bring y'all back together.
No, but
we're just here to get you closer.
For future dates, though, women
girls
might be
will
freaked
be
out.
put off by that for sure.
Yeah, well, he's not going to put that on his profile. I'm a big puppet master.
What if they go to his house?
I'm a puppeteer. I'm a puppet master. Yeah, I'm not putting that.
And Dale, don't lie about your height on your profile.
What is height?
It's a system of measurement.
I'm with you, Dale. Why don't you just get some lifts or get those shoes that are a little higher?
Short kings are in fashion right now.
If you can get them to like you, then they'll overlook
they can
the height.
overlook the height.
Yeah.
But if a girl's towering over you,
don't like me by the size of my body. Don't just like me, for the content of my character.
We're going to let you go, Dale, and I appreciate you also, Charisse, for being available for us to get some closure for Dale. Think about those puppets and
be glad you're alive.
Would have been a human puppet
next time. So thanks, Charisse. Take care.
Thank you.
All right, Dale. Like I said, think about that puppet situation and maybe not lying on your profile for the next girl.
Watch out for your spittle.
Thanks for the clarity.
Wipe your face a lot while You're welcome. Have a great
Bye,
day.
Dale.
Bye.
That is crazy.
That's the weirdest closure ever.
Okay.
What causes that little white foam in the corners of people's mouths? Have you ever seen that?
I don't.
Saliva.
Yeah, but it's like, ew.
Wipe your face.
Wipe your face.
Go to krve.com if you're looking for closure for somebody. You never know what the answer is going to be or not be. Okay, coming up next in Celebrity Scoop, guys, there's a song that you don't even realize under the radar. It has spent 800 weeks on the Billboard charts. We'll reveal the name of this song, and you're going to learn about something fantastic that we talked about yesterday. It's a little follow-up today. We talked about a girl who is doing something amazing. As a teenager, she went to Tanzania for the first time, came back, and changed so many lives.
And I saw the video of, we told everyone to try and go there and help fill this. I thought it was like a little storage locker thing. Not little,
it was a
but
container.
It was a container, the kind you see semis drive.
Oh, wow.
The ones you see on big ships that they load in there.
A big shipping container.
Yeah, they filled it full. I just found out they do that every 5 or 6 years because it's so expensive. It costs like $20,000 to ship those types of things.
Wow. Get them on the ship and get them over there.
What she's doing is amazing, and she grew up right here, went to high school here. She listened to us as a kid. And now she's doing something.
Many people have, Eric.
Yeah.
It's our 800th year in the air. 800 weeks for one song you don't know, 800 years. No, just kidding. We're going to meet her, and we'll talk about what she's done that's so fantastic. Next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
It's KRBE. Let's go. Back to Roula and Ryan.
Unsuspectingly, there has been a song on the music charts, guys, for 800 weeks on the Billboard 200. 800 weeks. How many months is that?
2.5 years.
Oh my gosh.
Honey, that's 15 years and almost 4 months.
800 weeks. Oh, I'm thinking. Wait.
52 weeks in a year, right?
800
weeks. I'm thinking.
Weeks.
Okay, never mind.
The song is. I mean, it's Journey's greatest hits album.
Oh, yeah. How about that?
Because of Don't Stop Believing and whatever other songs we're downloading or whatever, it has kept Journey's greatest hits album on the charts for 800 weeks. It is the third album to do that. The other one was Pink Floyd's The Dark Side of the Moon.
I always knew that one.
And Bob Marley's Legend. Now, how is Don't Stop Believing and Journey connected into the next story? Here's I'm going to do a radio term. I'm going to segue. I'm going to pivot into another story. Don't Stop Believing. All right. Yesterday, this time, we talked about an effort that we asked your help for just a little bit, whether it was 10 minutes or 20 minutes of time, to get your hands on some items that need to go into a container that was going to Tanzania. Now, why would we be interested in this? Well, because it came to our attention that longtime Houstonian Mandy Stein, who listens to the show, grew up listening to the show, had gone to Tanzania. Had gone to Kenya, Africa, with her family as a child, and it impacted her so much that she was all about the efforts of what's going on over there. So she had gotten all these items to get donated to Tanzania. She's here to tell us about it in a second, but I'm going to just update you yesterday. You guys filled that container.
You helped to put it
thank you so much for everybody listening yesterday who went and put their hands in there.
And this is a shipping container the size that you see like on those giant
on those cargo
boats,
cargo ships and stuff. Yeah, it's not one of those little ones that they drop a pot off at your house.
No. It was a cargo ship container. So Mandy is here. Hi, Mandy. Welcome to the Roula
Mandy.
Show.
Hi, guys. Thanks so much for having me.
Welcome back to Houston.
Thank you.
You only come here like once a year, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Mandy, you were telling us a little bit off the air that we said yesterday about your organization called Neema International. It's NEEMAINTL on Instagram. And Mandy, when you were a teenager, y'all went to Kenya.
Went to Kenya in 2007 on a family safari.
And what happened there that turned your life around?
I'm a huge animal lover, and I was surprised that as captivating as the animal world was, I was just taken aback by the incredible people, the resilience. Over here in America, sometimes a not always positive picture can be painted of many developing countries. We only see really what's on the news. It's so far away, so it's really hard to connect to. And being there, sure, there's poverty, but I was just astounded by their joy, their community.
How old were you at the time?
2007, 16.
Okay.
And then
so you come back and you decide what at 16 years old?
So I came back and I was still, your normal high school person. I was a cheerleader in school, this and that. Went to University of Texas and at Austin, studying social work. So I've always been a big caregiver, bleeding heart type. Worked with animals, children with physical and mental disabilities all through early childhood through high school.
Okay.
And then when I got to UT, a girl in my sorority was working with the homeless in the mornings, and I got involved in that. And that kind of got me onto, I've always had a big passion for the African and African-American community here in America. As a Jewish woman, I understood just histories of oppression, but understood my privilege as a woman with light-colored skin and coming from a family that could afford me privileges.
Sure.
So I've got involved with the African and African-American community at University of Texas, and through this homeless program, I met a girl who had been she was younger than me.
Okay.
And she had been going to Zambia for years, and I was like, well, if this girl can go, why can't I go? And
what was she doing in Zambia? Like
mission work through a church.
Yeah. Okay.
But which was, I guess, is a very common thing in the church to do these mission projects.
Yes.
But my family had gone to Kenya, and when I looked at my mom at probably 17 or 18, I was like, Mom, I'm going to go to Africa. And she was like, okay.
Wait. How are the parents reacting?
Did she actually say okay?
She said if I could find a reputable program that was safe and had, a lot of reviews and this and that, then we'd look into it. I had done some of these volunteer abroad programs where you go to do like cleanups or community service in Fiji and in Hawaii with beach-related initiatives in previous summers. But obviously this was a bigger step. So I found this program, and I wound up in Tanzania because the program only had 4 countries available in Africa: Morocco, South Africa, Ghana, or Tanzania. And we had been to Kenya. So it's like, okay, I want to go back to East Africa. So I wound up in Tanzania. And there were 2 locations, Bagamoyo and Kilimanjaro. And as a 18-year-old girl, I was like, well, I've heard of Kilimanjaro. We're going there.
Yes, right.
And we, honest to God, after that, I'm not a tremendously spiritual person, but after that, it's almost like it was in the cards. Like everything just kind of aligned.
And you've lived there ever since?
I was back and forth, so I was still an undergrad. So the summer after my sophomore year, I found a group of children, 72 kids living in a space suitable maybe for 4 to 6 kids to a bed.
Was it an orphanage? Or was it, okay, it was
but urine-infected mattress. I mean, just bad. Really
Terrible.
bad.
Okay.
But not bad compared to terrible, but I felt like the community could do, there was more that we could do, like the ability and the infrastructure. Sure, it's poor, but it wasn't that poor. It was just a situation that these children found themselves in.
Got it.
And so I felt that I could ameliorate the circumstances for them.
Okay.
And I had turned 20 on my first trip, and they told me they had bought land and they were looking for someone to build them a new home to move out of this facility.
Right.
How do you achieve this?
Well, I decided to go. I remember I had like one of these little Go phones that you could get in Tanzania with like the T9 texting. And I remember sitting in a cab texting my mom, being like, and my parents, and telling them this is what I'm going to do. And again, at 20 years old in a sorority, I don't even think I thought twice about it. I was just like, yeah, this is what's going to happen.
Yeah, you're just drawn to
it. And I
it.
went home. I was there for 5 weeks. We have like no running water at this point, no electricity, living in squalor. And I said, this is what I'm going to do. And I went home, and every 6 months from there, I was back until building this children's facility. I founded NEM International when I came home.
How did you find money and infrastructure to build this children's facility? You are just a 20-year-old girl from UT who is in college. How do you find all the resources to build a facility for children?
Yeah, so they had already found a construction and contracting company. They really were just looking for a funder. So the children's facility, Mama, had worked with many Westerners in the past, and she, I guess, had gotten this together. She has a bachelor's degree. She was well educated, but not. This is the difference. You can be extremely well educated. You could have master's degrees, but if you're not, the connections to the West, where the funding is,
right,
very, very difficult. And because of Western media, and not just Western media, many of it can be true, but issues of corruption, which exist all over the world.
People
okay,
don't know if they're going to give their money. Is it actually going to go
So
to
when
that?
I was on ground and could ensure that the money was going where I say it's going, exactly. Slowly but surely, crumpled dollar by dollar, we achieved this.
When did you start living there
full time? I bought a one-way ticket 2 weeks after my university graduation.
Wow. And you adopted a child there.
Yes. So
at the age of what?
23.
At the age of 23.
At the age of 23, you became a mom.
So Baraka, her son, is here. He is 10 years old now. You met Baraka when he was 10 months old. Hi, Baraka.
Hi.
Hello.
Morning,
bud.
So your mom has brought you to Houston. Is this Baraka's first? Is this your first time here?
No.
No, you've been here before.
Baraka
right?
actually comes over here more than I do. My parents, being it that their only grandchild lives 8,000 miles away.
Oh, wow.
My mom sometimes hops a flight in the summers or Christmas break to pick him up because I have work. She'll fly him over here. He'll stay here for a couple weeks, and then they'll bring him back. So we've been so fortunate to have such a supportive family.
Let me reset real quick, Ryan, for those just tuning in. Your work is never done. Mandy Stein is in our studio. She's part of Neema International. You did not find this organization. You're part of this organization.
No, I founded it.
You founded it.
I founded it.
Because I thought you had mentioned it when you
No,
were...
I found it. There was a children's home that was over there that I decided to benefit, but NEMA and all the work that NEMA does now was founded by myself.
Bravo. Wow. And she has been doing this since you were 17. You went to Africa for the first time, and it just turned you on to the cause and what you wanted to do for the rest of your life. You've been living in Tanzania for how many years?
Full-time, 10, back and forth for 13.
Okay, so 2 weeks after your college graduation, you bought a ticket to go to Tanzania. What was your question, Eric? I missed
I was just saying, how many kids now are there, students? And
So NEMA supports, in total through the years, well over 300, but now currently about 250. At the school that I personally founded, we have 160 students, and then I've got about 90 ages 15 to about 25. So NEMA's mission is to break down the cycle of poverty.
So, I mean,
are they all,
what's the education? I mean, you say the school.
So I started when I was building that children's home. I realized that, sure, it's a nice home and it might ameliorate their situations at home, but that doesn't solve any of the other issues, healthcare, education, this and that. So I took myself at 20, decided to use my babysitting money and this and that to sponsor 2 children to go to a private school. Government schools, and take this in, 60 to 80 children to one classroom with one teacher.
Wow.
One book for every 5 to 10 students. So when I say government schools, I mean a public school, just like our public schools here, okay? One book for every 5 to 10 students, kids shoved in desks, no electricity, pretty dark classrooms. I hate to say this, very similar to the pictures you've seen on the internet.
Yeah, okay, got it.
Private schools do offer a better option, but obviously that they're not private schools of the expense here. You're looking at about anywhere from $800 US to $2,000 US, but obviously that is completely unattainable to the vast majority of people in the world. Okay, not just in Africa.
And these are children who have families, not just orphans.
At the time, it was orphans.
Okay.
Now we have NEMA takes a dual generation approach, so we're actually really looking to keep kids in their homes or with some sort of kin, which the foster system here does as well, and trying to invest in both generations so that the child. So children in Tanzania, the government schools do not start until the age of 6 or 7. So we are talking no ABC, no 1, 2, 3 until the age of 6 or 7. No holding a crayon, never doing finger paint, none of all.
No
as we
learning
just
through
filled,
play.
hang on. As we just filled this container yesterday, the bouncers, the walkers, the ride-on toys, the tricycles, none of that. So literally either on mom's back, running in the street, or sitting in the dirt until the age of 6 or 7.
Wow.
And then 72% of the country, and again, please keep in mind, I am not overgeneralizing Africa. I am talking about my community, okay?
Right.
And again, despite these major shortcomings, to this day, still the strongest, most resilient, most impressive, and highly intelligent individuals.
Right.
This is just a matter of infrastructure and the
Does
country.
your school go all the way through high school?
No, so my school takes them as young as 6 months.
Okay.
So we are getting them in there over 6 years earlier than they would have.
And they're and they're going to see things for the first time that you said they've never seen, like the study container.
Right.
The
So
bouncers, the
one
walkers.
teacher for every 5 to 8 students instead of 60 to 80.
Okay.
So I have a staff of 61 people under me, all local Tanzanians, all grassroots initiatives. Of the 160 that go to my school, 50 of them, some are from the original children's home.
Yeah.
Okay. We did finish building that facility and it's run sustainably. But some of those kids wound up moving to my school, and my school does have a boarding facility. So it's not for orphans, it's a boarding school because boarding school is the norm.
What's the top age? Where do they age out?
They age out. It's just a pre and primary school. So primary school in Tanzania ends at grade 7, which is the equivalent of 6th grade in America on the curriculum.
Got it.
Okay.
Then they go to secondary school, which Neema then pays for them to go to secondary school.
Wow.
Before I started the school, though, I was already sponsoring kids to go to private schools. And those kids, like I said, so this year we have a grade 7 at my school. This is the first year we've gone all the way through from early childhood through. But I have, like I said, 90 kids, secondary school through to university. And those are the kids that 13 years ago I started working with. So if they were 10 years old 13 years ago,
now they're
they're in their they're in their 20s and they're in university. So we've got kids doing.
Hopefully they're going to pay it forward too.
I want to know more about Baraka.
Baraka's a special one.
So you met Baraka at 10 months old, and tell me the story of how you became his mother. How did you become Baraka's mother?
Well, look at him. He's pretty. He's adorable and sweet and
you saw
charming.
so many kids, though, right?
There were
There
so
a lot
many
of
children.
kids.
So the plan was I was building that children's home.
Yeah.
And Baraka was 10 months and he only weighed about 12 pounds. And he has a sister as well who calls me mom, but I was unable to legally adopt her. But his sister was already 5. So she moved into the children's home.
Got it.
Okay, where all these other kids were. But they only had one caregiver for, like I said, 70 kids or so.
Yeah.
And sleeping on top of each other. And it just was not an environment that he would either be able to thrive or potentially survive in. So I lived just down the road from the children's home, the same village though. So he moved in with me, and everyone asked, are you adopting him? I said, no, he's going to live with me until this children's home's finished being built, and he's going to move in there. Well, that took 2.5 years to build. And by that point, he was my son, he stole my heart very quickly. It's a true story of love, and I filed for adoption.
And then how long did it take you to actually adopt him once you filed?
In Tanzania, very quickly.
Yeah.
And then we reaffirmed the adoption here.
So how old was he when he became your
my
actual
legal son?
Yeah.
3.
Oh,
3.5, almost 3.5.
How
But
can people help right now if you want to put a call into action out there?
yes, so call into action. We have dozens of students who do not have sponsors. So the way that we get these kids into school and the way that my school runs, it is a top-notch private school with free health insurance, food, clothing, everything. There are circumstances and things that the parents have to buy into in terms of lifestyle and attempting to be a part of the solution and not furthering the problem.
Got it.
But these kids someone has to pay for it. So we put that burden on ourselves.
Where do they
over
find
here.
you, though? If
They can
somebody's
get on our
listening-
website, www.neema, Neema, spelled like Neema, international.org. Or you can find me, Mandy L. Stein, Stein, on Instagram. And you can reach out any of those ways, and I can send you all of the information. Neema does have tax deductibility here in America and up in Canada. And we are a tax deductible organization in Tanzania as well.
How much does it cost to
put a child through school? Young children, $1,300 US per year. But that, like I said, that is private schooling, health insurance, food, clothing, everything.
Yes,
$1,500 for the primary, and then a kid can do medical school, books, clothing, everything included for their whole life for $5,000 a year.
Let me tell you guys something.
The big difference from our life over here.
Every single day, Mandy, we don't know who we're talking to on the Roula and Ryan show, right? Everybody has a different story, different walk of life. But the fact that you have done this single-handedly pretty much in the beginning. When she walked in here, guys, what you didn't hear maybe, and she told Baraka, there's more electricity in here than we have of all our computers, about how much electricity we have going on here. Like the fact that you noticed how much electronics we have in here, it really says something about the environment and the situation.
And how old are you?
Me? I'll be 33 in June.
Wow, you've accomplished so much.
Thank you.
I feel like a loser now.
This person texted, I'm 50 years old, and she is and sounds more mature than me, says the texter.
I know, wow.
Mandy Stein, God bless you for
The
what you're
world needs
doing
more
for an
people like you,
entire,
so thank
an
you.
entire world
Thank
in
you.
another
Have a safe
world.
trip.
God bless you. Baraka, is there anything you want to say about your mom or you want Houston to know?
country?
This is your moment. You're on a mic. You're talking to millions of people. You're talking to millions of people, Baraka. What do you want to say?
That my mom is really kind and she runs a non-profit, and I am glad of her work that she does, and I'm really happy that she runs a school and helps kids on the streets and put them into education.
Oh my God, I
Good
love
job.
you so much.
You did a great job.
You're such a cutie.
He's a great kid.
Oh my God, you're such a cutie.
And honestly, Baraka is representative of exactly what we do. At Neema, we say every child is one caring adult away from becoming a success story. So science shows, I did my master's up at Harvard and studied the effect of poverty on the developing brain. And they show that if you have a single adult that is committed in your life, it could be a coach, it could be a pastor, it could be, you see all these stories of who, when someone wins an Olympic medal and they say who helped them get through, okay?
Right.
It needs one adult to consistently stay through your life and help you get through.
One caring adult away
From becoming a success story.
From
Wow.
becoming
And so
a
Baraka
success
had
story.
somebody stand by his side, and he is
Do it.
successful. So
Oh
we
my
hope that others
gosh.
will help invest in other children's lives.
Baraka.
Thank you so much for having us, you guys.
Thank you for
Mandy,
doing
we're
this.
so proud of you. Thank you so much for listening to our show. You guys are such cuties. We're going to take pictures. We'll be right back on the Roula and Ryan Show. You're just minutes away from your Taylor Swift keyword and a chance for the rapid fire quiz. Wait, real quick before I go to break, let me get the number out there because we need 5 contestants for the rapid fire quiz. 713-390-KRBE. It is your chance to get to the Fandemonium. I can't say the word. Fandemonium party that we're doing tomorrow night for the release of the Tortured Poets Department. 5 contestants, rapid fire quiz next on the Roula and Ryan Show.